Hello, my name is Sam, and welcome back to the Wild West Watch Wanter YouTube channel. This week I am going to be discussing my next watch, which is a Seiko SKX009, and I will be discussing my flavor of the week. That's the watch that I fell in love with this week, and then I will be going over some more of my documents, just a little snippet of that. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, the third watch in my watch collection is my trusty little SKX here. And there we go. Look at that bad boy. I will go into a deeper presentation of this in just a moment, but I just want to say that the reason that I got into this one is because of the Urban Gentry watch group, and TGV in particular with his videos. When I was researching watches, I came across him, and he enlightened me, and I don't just take the word of one person. He is charismatic, but I did my own research after his recommendation, and I did discover as well that this is time and true watch, and so I decided to get one, and I got one, and I liked it, but it was not for me. It is pretty big, and it is pretty shiny, and when I say not for me, I mean I wanted a watch for work, and it was just a little too shiny and attracted a little too much attention to my wrist. Working in minimum wage warehouse setting, I did not like the attention that I was getting for a timepiece. So yeah, I'm gonna go into my review of it and show some of the pieces I got along with it, and hope you enjoy. Okay, howdy folks. And this is my trusty little SKX009 K2, and it's a Seiko automatic diver's watch in the Pepsi variety. And for stats here, I got it is as if you haven't watched probably a million of these reviews out there. It's a Seiko Divers Automatic Pepsi, model number SKX009 K2, meaning that I got it with this bracelet down here. Okay, it is an automatic. It has a 7S26 movement, Hardlex mineral crystal there. It has a height of 14 millimeters. And it is 42 millimeters wide, 22 millimeter lug width, and as it says on the dial there, it is 200 meter water resistant. Okay, so if you haven't seen any reviews on this watch, I suggest going out there and catching a few. It is as old as time itself, and it's a reliable little watch. Many people refer to them as a beater because it'll take a beating, and it's relatively inexpensive, so you will not cry if it breaks. Being at $200, can't say it's cheap, but it's not a Rolex, Okay, so when I got this, I bought it from Amazon, and I got it with this NATO strap extra. It came with the bracelet. Bracelet is also shiny, as I said before. The polished stainless steel is really reflective, and so it's not an understated watch. It's big and it's shiny, so I like it for the beach, and I like it for going out and things like that, but for my job, it was not a perfect fit for me. But this NATO strap, I love the color. I do not like the fact that this is pretty much my wrist size, and it comes to exactly there. It is stiff and it is flimsy. So these are the people. I would not suggest going with it because it is, you get what you pay for. It was really cheap. But thanks to TGV and the Urban Gentry turning me on to Wrist Candy Watch Club, I got one of his signature NATO straps here. The one that gets the most use is this blue one here. You can see my gunk building up on there and the lines being burnt in. And then I got this rubber strap here from Swiss Tech. Many people swear by it. Not for me. It just it was not. It was a little too stiff. It didn't. It's a little too thick for me. Being rubber, I like the thick leathers, but that thick rubber just did not go over well for me. For the most part, I stick with this strap and the blue one. Probably going to get a better strap from Wrist Candy Watch Group or Watch Club of this red, white, and blue, because I do love the way blue on the blue bezel, red with the red bezel, and then white straight down the middle. And so, beautiful watch. Suggest checking out the million reviews that are out there. If you're thinking about getting one, you won't be disappointed. Just keep in mind that it is a little flashier than probably expect. So, thank you. Thank you, watch enthusiasts, for sticking with me through my painful review there. Now is time for what I call my flavor of the week, and it is the Fortis Emotions this week. And it is an ugly watch, but it sings to me. I believe that it was made for charity, and it's based on the Fortis B-42 official cosmonauts. And yeah, what can I say about this watch? See all the artistic license that they've taken in designing the imagery on this watch. It bleeds onto the bracelet, and it is just fun little watch, and it keeps in mind to have emotions and have different feelings throughout the day and get in touch with those. I love the snot monster at the 6 o'clock register there. So that is my flavor of the week. Next, I will be going into my documents and discussing some more of the critiques that I have. Thank you. Okay, so this is a little snippet, going to be real quick here, about the brands I prefer. This is on that document that I have with all my watch thoughts and preferences on. Starting off with the brands that I prefer, we got Hamilton. Since I like the day, date, and full numerals, they have a wide variety of those in a price range that is realistic to me. Seiko, they make some beautiful watches, and they have the whole gambit. A lot of them I do consider just plain fashion watches, but they're a respectable brand, and they're in my price range, and they have good ones. Citizen, I think of them more as dress watches, and they still fit the bill of being affordable and reliable, taking all my boxes of day and date and numerals, and they just offer it all. Tissot, they are part of the Swatch group, same as Hamilton and some others on my list here. I do prefer them because the maintenance cost on an ETA movement is not going to break the bank. Tissot, consider them dress watches as well, although they do have the racer watches and some others that are very sporty, but I do prefer them. Orient, they kind of new to me, and I like everything that most of the watches of theirs that I've seen, from divers to dress. Their calendar watch, it really catches my eye. Fortis, again, reliable, day, date, numeral, and they just got it all for me. Oris, they have a lot in theirs that tick a lot of my boxes, and I like their history. Ball, like their history, like the tritium. They have little tritium tubes in there that stay lit all the time, and they're extremely robust and can take a beating, and they are really underrated in my opinion. Sin, same thing. They make tool watches. Not all of them are for me, but I do like a lot of theirs. Omega, same. Like the Seamasters, like the DeVille, like Speedmaster, of course. IWC, International Watch Company, getting quite expensive there, but hey, I do like most of their watches that they offer. Same thing with Balm and Mercier. They have the numerals, the day dates. They're robust, quite expensive, but I do like them. This brands I prefer list goes along with those preferences. I know what I like, and so it's not writing them down is not so much for my benefit as for if somebody was to want to, I don't know, if somebody wanted to give me something nice and didn't know what to, this is a great list here of putting together where they can't go wrong, because notice Rolex is not on there. That's just not for me. It is on my before I die list, but most if somebody was just wanting to know which watches, almost anything from these brands here is ones that I would like. So this is just some thoughts and writing it down to just have in case somebody ever wants to know. Not that anybody ever has. Alright, watch enthusiasts, that does it for this week's episode. I appreciate any feedback and comments that anybody can give me, and I will keep trying to get better at what I'm doing here, and trust me, the content is coming. This is more an exercise in the technical side of things for this first couple episodes, and for the next few as well. I appreciate anybody watching and liking and sharing any of these, and any feedback that I get from the videos, and just trying to spread the word of watch enthusiasm and trying to interact as much as possible. I watch all the videos of most of the YouTubers, and part of the watch forums, and part of one or two watch groups, most notably the Urban Gentry Watch Club. They are very informative if you do not know who they are, and I just appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this and interact with me, and I will try and interact with you as much as possible. Thank you much.